What's up everyone, Lex DeVille here. In this video we are talking about 5 ways, my 5 fingers, how to get hired on Upwork without experience. 5 ways that you can do that. And before we get into any of that, first of all, I want to do shout out to Logan Perrett, who became our first channel membership subscriber. I think that's really cool. I don't even have an offer really for that. I mean, I just have it on the channel, and he showed support for the channel, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Logan. And to everyone else, now you know that we have a memberships option for those who want to support these videos, and that's really cool. And we'll probably figure out some other extra benefits besides just shout outs to throw in there at some point soon. In our most recent video, which will be up here, we talked about reasons why clients are not, why they're closing jobs or letting them expire without hiring anybody. And some of you disagreed with me, some of you left comments on the channel, and I disagreed with some of you back, so I commented back. So it is totally cool for you to disagree with me as long as you are prepared for me to challenge you on the things that you say when it's on my channel. It's totally cool. I really don't care. I'm not angry about this stuff. I'm not upset. Even if it seems like I'm heated in my words, I'm not. It's cool, and it's not personal. You guys can challenge me too, because sometimes I learn new things. Beyond that, make sure that you like this video so that it just supports the channel and all that stuff. Subscribe, get the notifications if you never want to miss a video. And let's get to these 5. Oh, there's one other thing I got to tell you about. We are just about to reopen my website finally. I'm going to be putting up some new offers up there where you guys can get your Upwork profiles reviewed, your Upwork proposals reviewed. You can get one-on-one coaching with me for those who want to go a little bit deeper with that experience and just have me help you more directly. And then we'll be opening a new, an ultimate Upwork course. It is going to trump all of my other courses. It is going to be the one main Upwork course from now on that gets updated annually and teaches you everything that is working for me right now. That will be coming a little bit later this month, but the other stuff will be here within the next week. 5 ways to get hired on Upwork without experience. Some of you have been dealing with this issue, and I even dealt with it whenever I first jumped into Upwork because I didn't really have experience in my skill, so I had to figure out how do I work around that. And it is an objection that clients are going to have if you are jumping in without experience. So what can you do? It's always a matter of asking. It's not I can't do this thing because I don't have experience. It's what can I do? How can I do it? And if you can ask yourself those questions, you can start to come up with solutions for this problem. The very first thing that you can do, number 1 way to get hired on Upwork without experience, is that you are going to fill out your portfolio. This is going to be easier for some of you than others. A big reason that stops people, a big excuse that people have, is that they don't have portfolio examples. So they're like, I don't have anything to put in here to show clients because I've never worked with clients before. But there is no rule that says you have to fill your portfolio with stuff that, like client work. You can fill it with mock samples. If you're a musician, put samples of your music that you've created. If you're an illustrator, put samples of your drawing so you can show your art style. If you're a copywriter, samples of articles you've written, samples of sales pages. They don't have to be for clients. If you are not something where you can represent your work in your portfolio visually or auditorily or some other way, maybe you are a customer service rep, maybe you are a virtual assistant, it's a little bit more difficult for you. What I want you to do is I want you to make a video of yourself. Get on a video, record yourself talking about your services. So if you're a customer service rep, get on a video and record yourself just describing yourself, who you are, what you do, why you care about helping people, and what experiences you've had in the past that are relevant for this position now. Or maybe if you're a virtual assistant, you probably you want to work in some different systems. Maybe you want to work in MailChimp, maybe you want to work in Monday or Asana or some other scheduling programs. You can do screen recordings and screen captures of the programs that you are familiar with. That could be free programs, even like Calendly. MailChimp is also free, so you could go in and show how you know how to use these systems. You know how to use calendars and booking management stuff, and just put those recordings into your portfolio as examples. That's going to fill it up. I want you to have 4 at the bare minimum would be 4, so that when it's on mobile, it's going to fill up all 4 slots on the mobile slots. And I think you only show up with 3 slots on desktop. 4 minimum. 8 would be good. More than 8 is awesome. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that because clients are going to have this objection that you are inexperienced, you haven't worked with clients, I want you to leverage that experience as a benefit for the client, or that inexperience as a benefit for the client. So you are going to address it. First of all, when you send a proposal, you are going to address your inexperience. You're going to say, I'm inexperienced and that is a benefit for you because, or yes, I'm inexperienced, but here is why that is helpful for you. And then you have to figure out what's on the back end of that because, or on the back end of that why. It could be something like, I'm inexperienced, but that's helpful for you because I don't bring all of the problems that someone who is already very experienced and who has learned all of these bad habits brings. I just can learn your methods, your approach, your way of doing things, and I can learn that from scratch. Or I'm inexperienced, and because I'm inexperienced, I'm willing to do this at a lower price to get a foot in the door. That could be one of the things that you leverage. So you have to leverage your inexperience, turn it around on them. We're reframing it here so that it's a benefit for them. We're making our inexperience a good thing for the client, and this is going to help us get a foot in the door. Along the same lines of leveraging your inexperience is to offer the client some kind of trial. Make them a trial offer. And you've seen this on millions, maybe not millions of websites, but a lot of websites, especially SaaS companies, software companies. They're trying to get people to try their service. They will offer them maybe some will offer free trials. I wouldn't do that, but maybe a lower price. So let's say you want $25 an hour. Maybe you offer the client, hey, I'm inexperienced, so in order to give you a trial, I'll do the first 1 hour or the first 5 hours of work for you at just $10 an hour. And then if you like working with me after that, we can go in with my normal rates. Once you've seen what I can do, once you've seen how I can help you, then we'll go in with my normal rates after those first 5 hours or that first trial project, whatever that is. Just make them a trial offer. This is about getting a foot in the door so that you can get a chance. You have to get a chance somehow. And that's what we're trying to figure out. What can I do to get a chance? How can I get this client to give me that chance? I forgot what number I'm on. Number 4. One of the big issues that you guys face, the big holdups or setbacks or scared places, the places of fear for you, is that you haven't worked with past clients. You can't say, I've worked with this company and this company and this company. I haven't worked with any of these clients in this space. Doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter because you are going to niche down. And niching is really important for one single reason. That reason is because it allows you to say, I specialize in. Those words are very important. I specialize in. I specialize in translation for major media companies. I did not say that I've worked with major media companies. I said I specialize in. Another way to frame this would be to say I focus on major media companies, or I'm a copywriter who focuses on high ticket coaches. I'm not saying that I work with high ticket coaches I'm not saying that I have any experience with them at all. So it's not a lie. I'm not lying, and I don't want you to lie. I want you to say I focus on, and that is a truth. You can say that you focus on, that you understand high ticket coaches, that you understand their systems. Maybe you've had training in it, maybe you haven't. You can look that up on Google easily, find out what goes into their programs and systems. You can pretty much look up any niche, and then you can say I focus on this. And when you say those words, I focus on or I specialize in, it makes you appear like somebody who has some level of experience or expertise, even when you don't, just by nature of you being more narrow, being a little bit more targeted on that space. That is going to help you stand out to clients, and they're going to like that, and they might want to at least talk to you. From there, if you use this one, it would behoove you to go back and watch some of my sales call videos so that you understand a little bit about my sales call process, because when you get to the call, you're going to want to take over on that call and be asking the client questions, or even in text, you need to be the one asking the questions to avoid them diving too deeply into your inexperience. Or if they do get into your inexperience, then you would want to leverage one of these other tips that I suggested, such as leveraging your inexperience and making that a good thing for them. And that is going to help you start to pull these different tips together. So tip number 5, and this might be the one that makes you stand out more than anything, because not a lot of freelancers are willing to do this, but number 5 is going to be to get on a live video call. When you get on a live video call, you increase your chances of getting the job. You increase your chance of getting hired. So this is after you've said other things in the proposal. Just getting on that live video call, it starts to put the client's mind at ease. Now, you do need to have good video, good audio, do what you can to fix those things up, clean up your background a bit, make sure that you've got good lighting on your face, look up some tips on other YouTube videos, on Google, wherever. This stuff is out there and you can find it for people who are on a budget. So even if you're on a budget, you can have good video. You can do it even with your phone. You just go outside and get on the Zoom call with the client, and you're going to help put their mind at ease because they're putting a name with a face. They're starting to get comfortable with you. And the more time somebody spends around you, the easier it becomes to persuade that person, to move that person's perspective and guide their perspective. So the more time that you spend with the client before they hire you, the more likely you are to get hired. And many other freelancers are not willing to get on a video call, so that is a huge benefit for you. Just by showing up, you already set yourself apart, and you're showing that you're willing to do things that other freelancers are not willing to do just so you can get a chance. So I have one bonus tip that is, this is kind of a last ditch thing, I guess. You could do this in text. You could do this on the video call. I think it's going to work best on a video call. And that is, if you're coming to the end of the video call, or if you're coming to the end of the interview and text, and they're maybe saying, well, I've got some other people I want to talk to. I want to interview some other people. You can say these words: what would it take to get you to hire me today? Try that one out. What would it take to get you to hire me today? Or what would it take to get you to give me a chance right now? What would I have to do? And this is probably going to work best on a video call. If you say this to a client, they're going to have to answer it, especially if you're face to face. They have to answer it. So what else are they going to say? They're going to say something, or they're going to have to come up with their piddly little excuse. If they come up with like some excuse, you guys probably aren't the best fit in the first place. Maybe you weren't in rapport. There could be a whole bunch of things that happen. But if they tell you what you can do, you can think about it for a second and then decide, well, is it worth it for me to do that? Is that something that I would do to get this chance? And if it is, then say, okay, I'll do that. Let's do it. Let's start the contract right now, and I'll make that happen for you. Now you've just gotten your foot in the door. You have that chance. You don't have experience, but you're about to get some because you thought on your feet and you got a foot in the door. All of this is about problem solving. It is about finding ways to make yourself valuable to the client. And what does that look like for them? It is things like doing what other freelancers won't. It is knowing how to leverage your inexperience and turn it around into a good thing. It is showing up with examples of your work and having that filled out profile and just stuff like that is going to get clients to say, okay, hey, this person maybe deserves a chance. You know, one other bonus tip I was thinking, and this goes back to our recent videos, is just showing up with those relevant samples. If you didn't do anything else when you are applying to gigs, you should have those relevant samples ready to go, or be willing to make up something on the spot that's kind of relevant for the client, so that, why am I going out of focus here? Bring me back into focus. That's annoying. Okay, there we go. This thing driving me crazy. Make some relevant samples. Make a quick relevant sample. It doesn't have to be something extensive, something just to show that you understand what the client needs. That could be helpful. So let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. What kind of cool tips and tricks do you have for getting that foot in the door even when you don't have experience? I know that a lot of you have done this. Many of you did not have experience when you started. You've got your own tricks and ideas. I would love to hear those in a comment. And if I think up any, maybe I'll drop some more in a comment below as well. Remember to like this video, subscribe, click the notifications. Remember that we have the new membership option. We have the option for Upwork proposal reviews, Upwork profile reviews, and one-on-one coaching coming out sometime within the next week. And then we will have a brand new Ultimate Upwork Business course coming out sometime hopefully this month, if I can get all of the modules recorded. That's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm Lex DeVille. I'll see you next time.